I'm a high energy guy. I mean, I'm 84 now, but I mean, when I was growing up, I was a very high energy kid, and I was always tapping on things and beating on things and hitting things. And so my parents decided they had to channel this energy, or I'd, if they didn't, who knows, I might have become an axe murderer. So they channeled my energy with drum lessons. My uncle had a bar and grill, and he had a jukebox. And so I remember one day when my dad went to see him and he took me over there, they were playing Mahogany Hall Stomp, which is a Louis Armstrong composition. And I heard this and I said, wow, this is, to myself, this is really interesting. So it was that prompted me to start investigating this kind of music. And then they also had these Gene Krupa contests where you could go audition and see if you could get some kind of scholarship to have lessons. And I was very young. I think I was 9 years old. So I was in competition with people that were, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, but it was a good experience. Obviously, I wasn't at their level, but it did help me because, there's a lot of pressure. And so you get used to being under the gun at an early age. And that's always part of the equation to deal with the pressure. At that time, there was two schools, the Gene Krupa School and the Buddy Rich School. And I was one of those fortunate people that had contact with both of these people. In terms of Gene Krupa, there was a show on television where people would be in disguise, and the audience would have to pick. I think it was like ABC, and so I did this show with myself, Gene Krupa, and the NBC drummer at the time. And so we got on the stage and we're all dressed in military costumes. And the audience picked me as Gene Krupa. So that was my first experience. Now with the Buddy Rich thing, there used to be a guy in New York, a rhythm guitar player by the name of Sam Herman, who was probably 6'2", had Coke bottle glasses, and he was an imposing figure. So much so that if you were walking down the street and you saw this guy walking toward you, you'd probably cross the street. But he was one of the sweetest people that you'd ever want to meet. And he always knew what was happening in New York. And he took a liking to me. And he said, Tony, Buddy Rich is auditioning drummers to play in his band, play for him. I said, well, what is he going to do? Oh, he's going to play solo. He's fronting the band and he'll play solos, but he wants a drummer to play when he's not playing. So I went to Birdland to audition. Buddy was there with a sextet with Mike Maneri and various other people, Willie Dennis. And anyway, I met him early because they told the people that I was going to Manhattan School of Music and that I had to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning in order to get to class by 9. And I'm in New Jersey, so I needed a lot of time to get there on time. Anyway, so Buddy says, yeah, okay, sit down, I'll call you. Anyway, he waits till about 3:30 for me to go up and audition. So, you know, Buddy was one of those kind of people that he's a tester. He's always testing people to see, you know, what you have in terms of internal fortitude. And so I do the audition and, I don't know, maybe 5 days later, he calls me up and I had a mustache at the time. And he said, if you shave your mustache and you want the job, it's yours. So obviously I shaved my mustache. And that's how I got to play in Buddy Rich's band. And so the first night that we played, we were at the Steel Pier in Atlantic City. And I'm playing and Buddy's on the bandstand screaming at me. You know, and there's a whole audience that, you know, it's a place where people come to dance, but then the band has a program that they do and they all file in front of the bandstand so they could see what's going on. And in front of this crowd of people, Buddy is treating me like I'm a complete moron. And so when the set was over, I went into the band room and I said, look, you know, you're the greatest drummer in the world. Yeah. And I have no idea why you picked me, but if your game is to make a fool out of me in front of the public, then I'm not involved with this. So you're either gonna, if you have something to say to me, you're either gonna have to wait until intermission to tell me, but you're not gonna do this crap of beating on me in front of all these people because I won't tolerate it. And so Buddy liked the fact that I had some internal fortitude, you know, to stand up to him. And so that's what I found out about Buddy. He always put people through some kind of test. And after that night, all of a sudden, he was my friend and he took me to dinner and he started to treat me like an equal person rather than somebody that he could beat up on. So I was very fortunate. And all I did was remember my father told me, whatever you do, you know, I come from a Sicilian family. And so my dad always said, whatever you do, don't ever bring any shame to this family. You know, you treat everybody with respect, but don't take any crap from anybody. Yeah. So I've lived by that and it's worked for me.